Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are listening from. If you are on my YouTube channel, drop a comment if we're helping you here. If you are on my website, maryevmongrain.com, you can also leave a message. If you are on any other podcast listening to us on the radio, feel free to come and see me on social media and tell me how I'm doing and how I'm helping and how my guests are helping you. So, presentation. I am Mary Eve Mongrain. For those who are just meeting me for the first time, listening to me for the first time, it is the It's Me Time podcast with Mary Eve Mongrain. And today, I have invited one of my dear friends, who is a colleague as well. But before, let me talk a little bit about myself, obviously. It's my show. I am Mary Eve Mongrain. I am a life coach, a mindset life coach. I also do self-love. I'm also a master facilitator from Nick Bro's Freedom Formula Leader Program, which is an amazing program. So by the way, we're going to be hyping that up today a little bit because that's what we are, both of us. And so my website, again, is maryevmongrain.com if you want to look at all the programs I offer, like just like personal one-on-one coaching. I'm also a Beachbody coach, so an independent Beachbody coach. So if you're into working out and nutritional products, I am into that too. I do provide that as a service too, because life is not just spiritual. It's not just law of attraction. It's not just your mind. It's how you think. It's also your body. And so we're grounding everything we know in the physical right now. So it is with great pleasure that I welcome my dear friend Lydia Sanchez. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Marie.
She is, let me go, like that's a mouthful, but she does a lot of work for people, so she deserves that title. She's an international breakthrough specialist, freedom leader, and master facilitator. So, Lydia, want to tell me a little more and tell the audience a little more about what it is that you do?
Well, my mission is to help people who are struggling with their life challenges to overcome anxiety, worry, fear, so they can live their lives with passion, enthusiasm, and confidence. That is my mission. So I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for this invitation, and bring it on.
It's amazing because for me, Lydia has changed my life, right? Like in our program, it's Nick Bro for Freedom Formula program. We met last, like almost a year and a half now, right? I started in November, the program, and I think you were already there, but we kind of started in the same time and we were doing our program at the same time. And what happens in this program is, you're to get certified. There's a section that you don't have to get certified, but if you want to and become certified a freedom leader, you will need to practice with people. And so in our collective, in our community, we say, hey, I need practice. Somebody's like, hey, I want practice on, right? So we exchange clearance session. And she has helped me. She's been I think you've been the person I've trusted the most out of the entire group. Because if I need some help, she is my girl. I don't ask for help often, but if I do ask for help, I go see Lydia. So if you don't trust me, you can go trust Lydia. She is amazing. She's so loving because you can have a coach. And if you don't trust your coach or even your therapist or whatever, if you don't trust them, that's your vibe saying it's not the right match. So go find someone else. There's no shame in finding someone that's more a match. Is it because they're better? Maybe, but it's more they're better suited to your needs, right? Because everything is energy. And Lydia she's the person who hypes and sends so much love on our group every time. Like there's somebody posting something on the app. She's like, "Oh my God, I love you so much!" And on every call, if you watch the videos, because we have so many recordings with our mentor, she's the one like, "Oh my God, I love you so much!" And it's so much fun to be in her circle, to be a part of her life. Because when, I do believe I do give that often too, but to receive that energy, to receive that excitement, like she's excited to be there. And I've never seen her not being excited to be somewhere. And I've known her for over a year and a half almost. And it's just so amazing and inspiring. So she not only inspires you and helps you in your, in having breakthroughs in your life, in your struggles, but just being in her energy will want to say, I want to be like her. And you'll level up just by being with her. So how long have you been officially in business?
Oh, my dear. Well, first of all, I really appreciate your words. This is so amazing. It is my pleasure and my honor. And definitely, when we are doing something that we enjoy, that we like, it's like there's always this feeling of enthusiasm, of excitement, and I love being there in this amazing, fantastic group full of amazing people. I really appreciate that. So that's one of the reasons that, oh my gosh, I really enjoy. I love what I do. I love our community, and I love to share with you your stories, and when I read your post or whatever you are sharing in your social media, it is so inspiring, everything that you have accomplished. Because let me tell you, let me tell to your dear audience that you are as well for me. Oh my gosh, I really admire you. You're superwoman. You're full of wisdom. You're so intelligent, and the way you are experiencing your life it is so inspiring. So that's one of the reasons, I mean, that I feel so excited, and being there definitely. So
Thank
I
you. I
really
will just say
appreciate
thank
it.
you, and I receive it too, right? Like we're both learning to receive. We're both big givers. So to receive it, I appreciate it so much. And I really want to take the time to say thank you. I've not heard all these words for a long, long time. And to receive them, I'm like, oh, it feels so nice, right? It feels so nice to be complimented because we know we're doing a good job. And so even when clients or anyone, we know we're making a difference in the world. But it's always nice to receive that feedback of like, oh yeah, I did, right? It's a nice. Oh, thank you. I'm super happy to have you and to have you in my circle. Not a lot of people get in my circle, so you are definitely a V1P. That's what we say in our group, V1P.
Oh my gosh, I feel so honored by you. And yes, oh my gosh, all the amazing, fantastic work that we do. I mean, it's like watching people's faces, how they transform in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, that is priceless, right? And I'm sure, I mean, that happened. That is your story with your business as well. So that is priceless for me, because with these powerful tools that we have, and again, sharing with people, and because we've been there, right, Marie? We went through non-preferable circumstances in the past years. In my case, like for 40 years. It's like, oh my God.
Never too late.
Yeah, never too late. So finally, being able to to perceive different your life experience, and to feel different emotions, not to feel different emotions, because the emotions are always there, right? Love and enthusiasm, joy, bliss, but they are like just little moments, and right now it's like enthusiasm, excitement, joy, bliss, satisfaction. It is our new normal, right? So for me, living this transformation, feeling it in my body, in my whole body, and the fact that those old chronic pains are gone, and the fact that, yes, sometimes we can experience a little bit of anxious feelings or worry or fear, but as soon as we make like the clearing work, it's gone. It's easier. I mean, they are not the rule, they are not the norm as before, and as so many people are living right now. It's something that is coming to my mind that I like to share with you is that yesterday my sister sent me like these statistics about how COVID-19 has, I mean, like the consequences, not specifically on health, but specifically on stress for people, for employees, for companies. And as you know, well, we humans, we like to make statistics, and the losses are like billions in dollars because people are stressed, because people are worried, because people have these feelings of anxiety. And when I was reading that, I was like, oh my gosh, we, you, me, and so many people in the world. But I know for sure that the people that in our community, we are humans, that we live with those feelings aside. And just by reading that post, it's like, you know what? I'm eager for more students, for more people that are willing to feel good, to share this beautiful knowledge, because it is possible. It is possible, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what is going on in your life. It is possible to stay still, to enjoy your day, to enjoy yourself, to love yourself unconditionally, to feel that satisfaction most of the day, not the other way around.
And we
right?
don't need to go for bliss right away, right? If you're into stress and powerlessness and hopelessness, what can you find right now in your present? One thing that is satisfying. Oh, there's a spot on the floor that's clean, right? Even if the dishes is not, oh, my bed is made. I brushed my teeth this morning. That is satisfying enough. And as soon as you go for a little bit more satisfaction, you're going to start having more of that, right? And for me, I love that example you're bringing, right? So how because of COVID, we lost so many $billion, like because of stress. But what I like to say is because any circumstances will only trigger what was already there, right? So COVID did not cause stress. Those who are stressed because of COVID, you have been suppressing that stress for so long that it took something this big, we can say it's big, but it doesn't have to be big, right? To make you see that you are stressed in your work, right? So a lot of people lost their job, but knowing that we create our reality and the universe always supports us, you were most likely unhappy at that job and you stayed there only for financial reasons, not because it brought you joy, because it brought you financial safety, right? So the loss of $1 billion can be seen, know that we're going to remove ourselves from the lack mindset and say in the growth and abundance. The loss of $1 billion actually got people to take care of themselves and go into self-love. We gain self-love, self-awareness, and say, what do I truly want in my life? Right?
Yes.
So,
Right.
because we can see, oh my God, this was horrible. We lost so many millions and billions. Money is just energy. So your companies, you lost a lot of time and a lot of money in your life, yourself, by sticking around to places that you were not a match to. You stayed, I'm loyal, I'm going to stick around, even though it's toxic, even though I don't like it. You did that to yourself, not COVID.
Yes.
Because if you were in alignment with your true purpose, you would make even more money. Because when you're aligned to your true purpose, everything comes in, because then you're happy and you're generating that happiness. But if you're staying just because you don't want to be seen as unloyal, and that's just relationship and work and everything. So if we go with, oh my God, COVID brought us loss of money, that's a lack mindset. But when we go in abundance mindset, what did it bring us? It brought us to be closer to each other, to care for our needs, to care about ourselves. Stop being over-giver, start giving to ourselves, right?
Right. And that's the distinction, because again, this is an article posted by this local newspaper here. So those are perceptions, and we know that, okay? And as you said, and you said it beautifully, they are focusing on the lack. COVID, one of the consequences, loss. And we know in this new paradigm lifestyle that it is not, I mean, nothing is lost, everything is transformed, just as you said. Because yes, those people, they are taking more in consideration their self-development, like putting like, okay, I'm going to stop, right? Because we know that that's the message. Stop, take it easy, relax, calm down, so you can enjoy your life. And again, everything is perception, right? And and that's the reason that I was like, yes, what we do is super important, because the more people realize that they get to choose, they get to decide right here, right now. Nobody needs to give us permission, right? Right here, right now, I'm going to focus on the abundance instead of the lack. I am going to focus on excitement instead of fear. I'm going to focus on enthusiasm instead of worry. I'm going to focus on relaxation instead of anxious feelings. The world will be so much different, right?
And it's not to say we don't live our emotions, right? We're not saying I need to
Exactly.
focus on the positive so I don't cry. I don't want to be sad, right?
No.
Because that is even worse, because the universe, you can tell to your mind, I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. This is what I'm supposed to be. But your inner child, the universe knows you're sad. The universe knows you're angry at something. So it is important to live that emotion, to release it, because your vibration and whatever you attract in your vibration comes from how you feel truly within, that you are aware of not, right? So when you work with me or Lydia or anyone like that does this kind of work, that's what we do. We bring the subconscious all the beliefs is like, yeah, but why am I not happy? Because I don't deserve it. Oh, we're finding what it is that is actually stopping you, the limiting belief, the fear. And it's so transformational. Like within like talking with us for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, doesn't matter. You get you leave and you're like, oh my God, how did I not see that before? And then you're going to go back and try to see different things from your past with that new perspective. And like, oh my God, this is such a much better story that I prefer, because everything in life, like Lydia said, we get to choose. You get to say COVID is bad or good. But then because you're always right, love assumption says you are always right, no matter what you think. Whatever you assume will come true. If you think COVID is bad, guess what? You're assuming that it's going to create bad things. You're going to create bad things. Law of attraction. Or you can say, oh, actually, I choose that it's going to be good for me. Then you're going to attract all evidence that it's good for you. And the reticular activated system, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English, but in your brain, will find all the evidence that prove what you believe. So you better believe what you want, right? Anything can happen.
What you focus on, you're going to attract, right?
Yes. Because even if you say, I don't want this, the focus is on the this, right? I don't want water. Oh, she wants water. Let's give her more water. Like it's like a kid.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that you're bringing that up, because while I was learning this, I mean, like all of the realizations and the shiftings and this and that, that's when I finally got it, that what they taught us, that you shall not lie, right? It is not lying to others, it's lying to ourselves, because yes, absolutely, I can wake up with these affirmations that, oh, I am abundant, I am abundant, I am abundant. But the moment that I go to the grocery store or whatever, or I want to buy something, is like this feeling in here, like I cannot afford it. So maybe I'm not saying, maybe I'm saying like, I am abundant, I am abundant. But in here in my body, I'm feeling this, oh no, I cannot afford it. Guess what? I mean, that's a lie. Right? I mean,
but at the same time, you're talking about abundance. I'm abundant. If you go to the grocery store and see abundant, not just as financial, I'm abundant. Look at all the fruits. You can see the abundance surrounding you, right? But if you're only focused that abundance means financials, then you can say, I live in an abundant world, but my finances are not abundant yet, right? But at the same time, what are you creating? Mm-hmm. Right? When we say I can't afford this, and it might be true in your reality right now, but there's a reality right now that you can't afford it. You just need to quantum leap into it, right? But that easy. Come on, people. How do you know not that? But if you go like, I choose not to buy this at the moment, right? Even though my bank account, instead of saying my bank account, I can't afford it, the universe will keep proving to you that you can afford it. Every time you say, I can't do this, I can't afford this is what you keep on manifesting, because this is what you believe, right? When you start saying, I believe I can afford it, I just choose right now something else, right? You choose, I want to move. I'm moving to LA. I don't know when, don't know how. That's the universe's job. But what I did was like, well, I don't have $3 million to put on a house or a condo there. Like it's expensive. But if I see LA as this pedestal, what am I creating in my reality? It would always be a pedestal to reach. So what I started doing is like, no, when I move there, I will have all the co-creative component I need, if that's money or somebody gifting me a house or so, it doesn't matter. Everything will happen that I will be able to afford it, right? I am able to afford it. Not when I look at the right now, because right now I'm not there yet. I'm not moving in right this moment. So I don't need in my bank account to have $3 million. But what I started doing was going on real estate website and starting to see, what are the houses? Because the reality I'm creating for my future can afford that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe right now, my version that I am embodying right now cannot, but the one I'm going for, she can. So let me start seeing what house I want there. Because I know when it's going to be my time to buy, my house with what I want will be at the price that I want, right? But so I went there. I look at the houses in the $3 million. Look at the houses. I get some in my emails coming in, and it's like $10 million. I'm like, okay, but it doesn't matter the price, right? I want to see what's the feel of the house, what it looks like, what's the location. I don't know anything about LA, so I want to see what's the location. Oh, I do like having a beach view. I could do like having access to the beach and having a pool and somebody to come and clean it, right? So we're embodying the emotion. I don't need to buy it because right now I'm still here, right? But I'm living as if I'm going in there with that. And there was even a listing at $150 million. But that was kind of a resort. I'm like, yes, the me that I'm becoming will have so much money. I always wanted to have a hotel. I am going to have a resort. Like if you start thinking bigger, then I'm going to attract the people and everything I need to do that, to achieve that. So I'm like, I'm going to be, that big shot that's going to have the hotel, the resort down south, and that's going to have the house in LA. But the price, I cannot look at the price because the price doesn't matter. When I'm going to get there, the price will be lower or it's going to be exactly perfect for me.
Yeah.
So the abundance, we have to stop thinking abundance only mean money, because that's where we put.
Yes. Yeah, we put like limiting beliefs. Absolutely. And one of the things, and this exercise that you're doing is like amazing. I mean, it's not an exercise, you're taking action. And what I tell to my clients or students is like, while you are taking action, like you just said, like, okay, I'm into the website, real estate websites, notice how you're feeling. Because the moment that maybe you see like a beautiful house, your dream house, notice how you're feeling. There's this feeling, maybe there could be, or typically there are feelings regarding the topic of money or the assumption that it is so magnificent that I am not going to be able to afford it. That's typically what's going on. So these actions, they are very revealing for you to know. I mean, it is not your case because you've been doing all the clearing work.
Yes, but I was not able, right? Even doing the clearing work, because I had more money in my bank account 3 years ago after my husband passed away than I do now. And I've still got myself a Porsche. But before, I had so much fear about losing all my money and not being able to manage it. Now I'm like, I know this is just the beginning. And I've never allowed myself in the past to actually put my feet at the dealership when I knew I was not going to be able to buy a car. I've never been to the Porsche dealership because I'm like, I know I can't buy this car. I'm afraid I'm going to wreck their car if I go on a test drive, right? I did not even allow myself to dream. What's the point? If I'm not going to afford it, why would I go? And now I said, you know what? I allow myself to step at the Maserati. I'm like, no. $125,000 for a car. Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, the car is too big. It's not what I want, right? I allow myself and say, I choose. This is not what I want. So if you start small at a grocery store, instead of saying, oh, I can't buy this, what is it that you can? What is it you choose to buy right now? Oh, but I did buy this, and I did buy this, and I did buy this, right? Start looking at what you chose to buy, because I'm sure if you let everything on the side at the grocery store and got that one thing, you would be able to afford it. But you chose to leave that one here and get all of this instead, right? Instead of buying one thing that's more expensive, you chose to buy 20 items, at a smaller price because it's going to feed more, right? So how you can see that abundance, like, oh my God, look at all the stuff I got. Look at all that I got. I am abundant, right? To start seeing it that way would actually just start finding satisfaction. Don't look at what you can afford. Look at what you are affording right now, because who you are right now, the means you have, whatever you have in your bank account, does not match what you're going to have in 10 years. So you cannot compare who you are right now to what you're going to have in 10 years and say, well, I can't have, obviously I'll never have a house in LA because right now my bank account says I can, even if it's a dream. But when it's going to be the time for you to be in whatever destination you want to be, you will be able to afford it because you'll have work, like the universe will have brought to you that desire.
Absolutely. And I think definitely it's time. I know it's time for us to change our set of mind, because I have evidence that people, uncles or people very close to me, that they return to the origin. And I appreciate what I learned from, not learned, what I've heard from them. And I had this particular uncle that he kept saying, one day, I cannot afford it right now. One day I'm going to do so. One day I'm going to do so. And he kept doing that until the end of his time in here. And he did not do what he wanted, because he wasn't aware about this knowledge. He wasn't aware that he had an option. But I have evidence that you get to decide, you get to choose. If you want to live with that set of mind, that lack, worry, fear, I cannot afford it, well, you're going to live your life that way. Or you have the option that, you know what, of course I can do it. And I'm sifting and sorting, like, I like this car, I like this Porsche, I feel good about it, or I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling satisfied, I'm feeling excited. And then the universe, source, your infinite intelligence is going to respond to you back just as that, right? That's important. And it is time for us to decide, to choose, to be more aware, right? What do you think?
And since we are in the present, right? The future will happen in the present. So your uncle saying one day, one day, one day, every day it was in the present, it was one day, one day. So he never actually said it's today. That one day will be today. You know, right? How will it make you feel when that boyfriend, that guy that you like, will say, I love you, right? One day, but that day's going to happen. That it's like, you could have it today, in 6 months. You could have that dream job saying, hey, we're sending you, like, just, I got an email today saying I got my dream job. One day is never going to happen. But how is it right now? Because today is here. Today I don't have it. Today I have it. So the now, you actually get to attract it right now by saying, how does it feel to have that? Like, of course you don't want to celebrate, because when you don't want to celebrate in advance, that's because you have a fear that you're going to lose it and then you're going to jinx it, right? I don't want to celebrate. It's not mine yet. It is yours because you choose. It's yours. The universe will bring it to you, right? But yeah, so now, before we're going to finish our half hour here with you, so for you guys, we want to keep listening to an amazing discussion. You can find us, because we're going to keep going on the post show, on my YouTube channel, Eve Mongrain. I don't even know if there's a title to my YouTube channel. I should probably check that out. I also, on my website, maryevmongrain.com. I am available on Instagram and TikTok. I love TikTok. So if you want to see my funny side and goofy side of, like, just me in pajamas, TikTok is a pretty good place to see me even work out live in the morning. It's Mary Mongrain 90. And I would like, Lydia, how can people reach you?
Oh, I appreciate this so much. Yes, I have my school at newparadigm.teachable.com. And on Instagram is newparadigm.lifestyle. And my YouTube channel, New Paradigm Lifestyle, as well.
Amazing. So if you want to keep listening, come and find us on YouTube and my website. And thank you so much, Lydia. It was such a pleasure. And I don't think it's the last time you're going to come. If you're in, I would love to have more discussion with you, because the energy, I think we have so much stuff that we can share together and
Absolutely.
we can co-create something amazing here with you on the show as well. So you're most likely going to be a recurrence. If you like her, stay tuned because she's coming back. I'm creating that.
Absolutely. Love this. Love being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all of you guys who've listened, and please feel free to message us to let us know how we can help you. Thank you so much, and I wish you an amazing day. Bye. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.